Hello, citizens! It is I, the Titan of Weasels. Anywho, we're gonna be continuing our playthrough of Dead Space. I'm gonna go ahead and get that going for us. It should be absolute fun times. Dead Space crashed.
Are you serious?
Dead Space crashed. I got-
Why?
I don't know. Anyways, I am joined
I mean, in
by
all the
Nick.
time I've ever played Dead Space, I've had it crash maybe 10 times in the years and all the playthroughs I've had. And yours just crashes right off the bat.
It just crashes right off the bat. Okay, here we go. I got it actually running now. Thank God. Woo, boy.
By the way, I'm Titan. I'm Titan. I'm Nerdian. Ah!
No, I'm
I don't know who I am!
I don't know who you are anymore either. Don't ask me, okay? Anyways, supposedly joining us tonight is Nerdian, our xenomorph expert.
Xenomorph. Wrong franchise.
Necromorph. I know what I was
Yeah.
talking about. Shut up. I know what I'm doing.
And I am not an expert, I am an enthusiast.
Our necromorph enthusiast. And,
Because I'm
we're
too lazy to read the goddamn books.
Yeah, we're going into chapter 3, course correction. So this should be entertaining.
I wish they still had those little animatic comics up.
Ah, yes.
Those were great.
Nerdia, do me a favor and send Valor the link to the stream.
You've got two problems, and we're working on borrowed time here. First, there's no fuel in the engine.
If I must.
Second, the gravity centrifuge is offline, which means there's a couple of trillion tons of rock pulling us down. I need you to get that centrifuge operational. Refuel the main engine and fire it up so I can stabilize the ship's orbit.
I have forgotten to give you the, give me a second. Okay, here we go. There, you should be able to watch it a bit easier now.
Yeah. That's behind the curtains more in this moment.
I'm trying to. Okay.
You are a fair, yeah.
Well, no shit. That's why I stream.
I got nothing. Carry on.
Okay, audio log.
Acting
Who cares?
Engineer Chief.
That guy seems a little dead. What do you think?
Yeah. Fun fact, when it comes to the security corpses, they actually take more hits to kill and dismember. That'll be something to remember. So if you see that they're wearing the little tactical pants, don't aim for the legs. It'll take more ammo.
Yes! I have already found that out. There. All good.
Nope, because once you leave the area and it reloads,
I
he will
know.
have reset.
I know.
me up.
Just let me feel good about it, okay?
It's hard not to feel good about it in this game because they just made smashing corpses so enjoyable. It's meaty and it crunches and you feel like you're just this monster going, oh! Which I always wondered how he had enough power to just stomp through
Bones.
just meat and bones, and then I realized he's an engineer and he has mag locks on his boots. He's just straight up just slamming on his mag locks to full as he's doing the stomp.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves our little save point here to make sure that we are good to roll into the next area. Here we go.
You just loaded in. You don't need a save.
I know, but I grabbed stuff.
I can understand that paranoia. Oh, this place. You got ambush. I think it's going to be laying on the ground. I've played this way too much. you have kinesis yet? Okay, so you should be shooting a limb off and then shooting it with the kinesis. Build up the muscle memory now.
Build up the muscle memory for it now, yeah.
Because it's going to be hellacious when you're doing it on insanity.
Yeah, that is true. The problem is that insanity ain't gonna be happening for a while.
But practice makes perfect, and you have 2 other games to go.
True that. The thing is, I don't think it's gonna be really a problem in Dead Space 3 because it is a completely different beast than the other 2 games. And once I said,
You're right, just a couple of the better meta builds and you'll just sail right through. It's sad.
I mean, and I'm doing a plasma cutter only challenge through that game too, and I have already put the thing to myself of I'm not even allowed to use other attachments for the weapons.
Well, here's a fun thing. Because you'll be going with a save file that carries over, you'll actually get a special plasma cutter in Dead Space 3.
Let's see if I have anything to use here. Nope! I'm gonna have to start upgrading my stasis and kinesis soon. So, yeah, just making sure. Yep, I am going the right way. Okay, he hasn't turned yet, so...
Or has he?
No.
Or
Yeah! Yeah! I saw you!
wiggle wiggle.
Yeah, no, I know. So what's this over here? Okay, there is... Bark! My inventory is full. I am full up on ammo. Wow. Let's see.
Then sell off a clip and then go pick it up.
Well, I just finished up refilling my health, so... Anybody got a pitchfork? I need it for the dead babies.
Oh hey, you know the difference between dead babies and bowling balls?
You can move one with a pitchfork.
Yep. You know what another difference is?
Huh.
Dead babies don't crawl on walls.
Completely right.
Although I like the change for Dead Space 3 where it's not dead babies, it's dogs. That was an interesting choice.
I can leave the rest of those there.
Because that shows a change in how the system works where it's not necessarily a one-to-one system of one thing always becomes this. It's more or less a, this has X structure, we will go with X form. So you had a thing that crawled around on all fours, certain size, and dogs. You had dogs of the same size that did the same thing.
I do not approve! Those things are dangerous.
Yes.
They are much more
so.
dangerous in this. Let's reload. Pick up the plasma energy. I don't know how to deal with them better in this. Okay, that goes back to the control room.
AoEs are important. More or less, you just backpedal and shoot them. Preferably with something that has a lot of ammo, fires really fast, or has AoE. That makes the flamethrower auto rifle, your better bets. The buzzsaw can work in a pinch, but that also puts you in their leaping distance. And if they jump between the ticks, you're going to end up with one on you, and you're going to drop the disc, and they'll just keep swarming you. It gets bad.
Also got to remember in this damn thing not to shoot the fat ones in the stomach.
Why? Whatever could go wrong?
Oh, I already know. Don't do that.
Everyone who's repeatedly tuning into this knows. We've already said that we don't care for the spoilers. You have all this buildup, all this noise, and nothing befitting that size of war comes out of the woodwork. So disappointing.
Come on, reload! Anything else? Anybody else want a piece of me? No? Okay. Ooh, the whispers are starting. Someone expects you home tomorrow. You see that? They expect them home tomorrow. Stop whispering in my ear! Weirdos. However, my aim is improving, definitely. Ooh, hello. Yay, power node! Nerdian, did you die?
Helps if my mic's on.
Yeah, it usually does.
I was noting that in dark places like this, you hear the whispers and the screams in the distance. It's not really there. After playing through, you realize it's the insanity and paranoia creeping in on him from the marker's influence.
Well, yeah, I know that, but still, stop whispering in my ear.
What else? Oh yeah, I was also remarking on how I wish the external components were still around. For example, the little ARG type things, where one was through the perspective of a medic on the Ishimura, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, the augmented realities.
Well, it was just kind of little games that would update to new little story aspects as time went on.
Oh yeah.
And for the medic one, you would have to dole out treatments to people for, as the system went on, ever escalating injuries and how he was being affected and becoming obsessed with this one woman. And all this neat little stuff is just gone to the ether because they didn't upkeep it and those sites are gone.
I know, but I
Sadness.
just want to fill the store, so.
Refueling sequence activated. Sufficient fuel to fire primary engine.
Whatever you did, it's working, Isaac.
I have a fuel reading. It's only a quarter full, but that's enough to restore orbit once you bring the engines online. What the hell? False alarm. Thought I saw something.
And that's his insanity starting.
Everyone's affected differently.
Look here, you little shit! Where is it? Gotcha.
Remember, aim low to the base body. That way you can hit all three at once.
I don't need that. I don't need that. Nah, I can take that. Yep.
There's also something that kind of gets me about game series as a whole is everyone's reaction to the marker signal is so different. It's one of the few cases where being smart is arguably worse because it then tries to propagate itself through you.
Yep.
But by the same token, if you're stupid, you just go insane and die. Or kill others. When they don't dismember, the best you can do is just stomp the fuck out of it.
Get off, you son of a bitch! I really hate those things. I thought you said that his body would reset. His head did, but the rest of him didn't.
Yeah, that's a weird thing that's always been in.
And that's why I specifically stomped that body. Look at all the stuff that I'm not going to use. I'll go ahead and buy a power node. Because I already got the level 2 suit.
He's got the power.
Okay, so I need to head towards the centrifuge. We will do that here in a moment. We're going to hit this.
Oh, I hate the centrifuge.
Everyone loves the centrifuge. I am gonna head back down here right quick.
If everyone loves the centrifuge, then everyone is entitled to their wrong ideas.
opinions. Okay, we're gonna come down here.
And you know what? I liked the centrifuge even less in Dead Space 2. Going through there was uncomfortable.
You can say that again. Alright, so what should we upgrade? I think we should maybe start working on the rig.
Well, what are the options?
We got kinesis. We could do that. It's just range. Nothing really all that important. Shoot. Dadgummit. I pressed the wrong button. We got the kinesis module, which is range, range, and range. Stasis module, which I could just put 2 down, and then we could get duration and energy for the next 2 times. We could do rig. I could put 2 down and get HP, or 1 there and 1 there and increase my air supply.
Air is not really a big thing if you move at a brisk pace.
Which
it's
I
nice,
usually
but
do.
it's not really needed, especially with the way it throws air cans at you.
Yeah. So it's not really a big deal. Now, the only thing is that I could go with here and put down 2 things and get 2 upgrades into the plasma cutter. Which I'm thinking the capacity and damage.
Yeah, that's your best at this stage, and you want to invest a bit in your rig.
So this is good here. We're gonna start investing in the rig, right?
Yeah, you want to start getting some health because you're going to start encountering more enemies.
And more beastie enemies. It's not gonna be nice. Not at all. So let's start heading towards the centrifuge. Wait, hold on. Is there something that I missed? Because I thought I heard something pop up. Never mind. Anywho, that reminds me of. Do you remember the animated movie Dead Space Downfall?
Yep.
That was such a good movie.
It is, and it brings something that's kind of bugged me. None of the depictions of the marker are consistent.
Nope, because it's gonna be that H.P. Lovecraft sort of thing of the unreliable narrator.
Well, that's the thing. We know the exact measurements of the one they found in the ocean. But this one, specifically the one from this planet, is shown as being all over the place. In the webcomic, it's stories tall. Like, they bring out big, heavy equipment to move this thing.
Yes, I know.
In the movie, it has a different height. In this, it has a different height. And in Downfall, it's different.
Yeah, I understand. But that also puts the thing in there of the unreliable narrator. Remember, these people are going, there was a bench over here already.
Well, that was the thing about the webcomic, is it had multiple narrators and they all had the same general size to it.
Well, we could also put that down to the fact of when it comes to those narrators in the comics, it was before they started becoming affected by it. So they had a more general idea of what the marker and its actual size was.
To be perfectly honest, the real answer is that artistic depictions vary.
Yes, they do. And I'll take those line racks and I'll sell them. So, I'm not going to use them anyways.
Well, technically it is a plasma cutter. It's just a very big one.
Decontamination sequence activated.
Yeah, I know what this is going to happen here. Come on, let's go.
I hate this thing.
Yep, here they come. Come on! Stop making me wait. Let's go.
Get anchored. Remember this kinesis. It'll knock them down buying you time. Don't forget to stomp on them as you go, because that's how the liquid come out of the pinata.
Contamination sequence complete. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, I gotta definitely have to start working on, what is it? Not kinesis, but stasis. Before I reach chapter 6. Because, if you remember what comes and visits me in chapter 6...
The aberrant?
The hunter. Yes.
Those things.
Aberrant, hunter, whatever. It's the regenerating asshole.
Oh, that's the proper name, regenerators. That is their proper name, regenerators.
I don't like them.
No one does.
Yeah, and I'm going. The way that I figured out how to do it is you have a fully upgraded stasis, hit them with it, cut off all their limbs, run.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Oh, I know what we're gonna go deal with. We're gonna go deal with the large gaping butthole.
Not that direction, you're not.
No, I know. You know, I don't know how many times I've already said this, but this reminds me of an old game that I used to play. Okay, it's a game back for the original Xbox when it first came out. It was called RLH, which stood for Run Like Hell. Basically, it's the same kind of storyline. Kind of like an alien parasite sort of thing coming on, and it's like, yummy. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh, I don't like that end either. What was it?
Well, storytelling-wise, this is where you see that the tendril came from the spot behind you and slammed some poor sod through the wall.
And he had a gold semiconductor.
You mean he had money?
So here we go. Everybody's favorite gaping asshole. We're gonna save before we deal with it. I can't remember exactly how to defeat this thing. Oh, who cares about the...
Shoot the pustule.
Exiting zero gravity.
Just open the door. Let me in! I want to fight the gaping asshole. Oh. This is not the gaping asshole. Not yet. Not there.
Entering zero gravity.
I gotta remember how all this... How this do. Find myself on this side. Find our friends. Oh, there he is.
I hate
Where did the other one go? Oh, he already dropped something. Line gun ammo. It's like, Isaac, are you okay? Yep, I'm good. Get out of here. Yep. Alright. Yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta slow him down. Now I slammed the bastard in there.
Generator module attached.
Once this thing starts spinning, we gotta get the heck out of here. Okay. Before I do this, I am going to use the last of that. Oh, come on! Come on, switch. Got it. Got it. Okay, I don't understand why I'm sucking so much right now. Excuse me. There we go. Pardon me.
Generator module attached. Centrifuge power restored.
Come on down. Where are you? There you are. Come on, you little shit. Oh no, your arm, it fell off. Flamer fuel. Nice. More shit that I can sell. Okay, where was I? I can't remember what I was doing. What was I doing?
Getting over there.
I think I was just coming over here to start up the daggum thing. Ah, here we are.
Centrifuge activated. Reestablishing balance with planetary colony. Gravity restored. Entering vacuum.
Okay, so I need to actually hurry my butt up around here.
You're doing great, Isaac.
Watch out for the
Centrifuge and
arm.
gyros are both 100% and stabilized. Now get out of there and focus on the engine. I don't know how much time we have left.
Oh crap, yep. Yep. Bye!
You got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, I gotta remember which way I need to go. That was not the right direction, in fact. I gotta
No,
go...
you go with the swing.
You sure I go with the swing? That's a long run for with the swing.
Well, it's been a while, so maybe not.
Centrifuge
But
activated.
we'll find out what we do.
Reestablishing balance with
Yeah, it's
planetary
a shorter
colony.
route
Gravity
for against.
restored. Entering
So
vacuum.
we'll try that. We'll try that going against.
Yeah, you gotta go against, yeah.
Yeah, it's really stupid.
I had to take a good look at it.
Think about that for a second.
And whoop!
You're doing great, Isaac. Centrifuge and gyros are both 100% and stabilized. Now get out of there and focus on the engine. I don't know how much time we have left.
I can't see.
Situations like that, just spin the stasis to give yourself the chance.
Okay, we'll wait for it to come back around again. make sure that I have enough to get across there. Go, go, go. Made it. All right. Heading back up. Hitting the reload. Pop on over here. And we're going to go ahead and exit this area. Screw it, I'll take it.
Exiting vacuum.
Oh, there we go. No longer have to worry about air. So we're going to go ahead and save here. Yay. This might be a short chapter this time. Noob! No! Ow! Got it. Stop it! No, 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 no. Got it! We're good! Guardian, are you still there?
Yes, I'm just smiling at your reaction.
I really don't like those things. Did you know that? I know this is
They
not
amuse
the
me
Yeah,
and
I know.
annoy me.
Yeah, it's like this is not one of those things that I enjoy. I actually really do enjoy this game. Don't get me wrong. I love this game. This is actually one of my favorite games in the entirety of games. But dadgummit, does it still make me jump occasionally. You guys gonna do this crap to me again? Yeah, you guys shut up. Okay, so we got ourselves another node. And that's going to go onto our rig for HP. Sound like a plan?
Yes.
Sounds like a plan. So now that we've upgraded our HP, I think the next things are going to start going into our stasis module. Oh look, because we upgraded our HP, we got a refill on our health.
Yes. A useful little detail.
Yep, it's a small detail. Remember, elevators are not always safe.
Can you hear me? It's Kendra.
No.
They attacked me. I ran for it, and Hammond just... he just disappeared.
Hey, you'll be fine.
Kendra? Where are you?
Nice to see you're alive and well, Hammond. I've barricaded myself in the computer core. I can hear them moving outside, but I don't think they know I'm in here. I can launch into everything from here. I hacked the route and found some reports from the colony. Even before they cracked the planet, the colonists were experiencing widespread dementia. It seems to be related to some artifact they found on the planet. Something called the marker. I'll keep looking. I've got your location, and I'm going to unlock the door to fuel storage. You can get to the engine chamber from there.
She already knows what it is. That was the reason she was sent out there. Was to actually figure out what the marker and how to get it back to Earth. So, she already knew about the marker. That it was a holy relic. And everything. So.
can't remember if it was EarthGov, original name by the way, and or the unitologist that sent her. I can't remember. It's been a while.
Unitologist. EarthGov and Unitology apparently are one and the same when it comes to when we get to Dead Space 3, though.
They're not. It's just they infiltrate the high levels.
Pretty much, they become one and the same basically. So.
Well, EarthGov's looking for an infinite power source. Unitology is looking to solidify their power base.
Let's go ahead and buy a new power node.
Oh, and there's an entire third faction in all of this that's basically the Men in Black. Not literally, but basically, because they have access to weird shit, know about all this, and both sides don't know about them, and their tech is really high end, to the point that it's stupid. Like, imagine a plasma cutter ring. Like a ring you wear on your hand.
It's basically a plasma cutter. It's pretty freaking cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw this power node into our stasis.
Yeah, well here's the thing. There's no telling what they want. They just show up where the stuff goes on, and that's about it. They don't like witnesses either, so...
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and make our way towards the next chapter. Alright. So how long have we been doing this? About 44 minutes? Okay, so we finished this chapter a little bit early. Or no, we didn't. So what am I missing here? I thought we were leaving. So what am I doing?
Follow the blinky light.
I don't want to go in here.
Exiting vacuum.
I think I broke it. Okay. So, do I have any more stasis things? No, I need to go get more stasis things. Before we go into that other room, I need to go get more stasis things. That was what I was forgetting. Alright. A little stupid. Just a little bit. Stasis packs. Awesome. I thought there was a thing to quick use stasis. Hold on. Grid controls. That doesn't help me. Yeah, I thought there was a thing to, like, quick use stasis things.
I think if you use stasis when you're out, it does it.
Okay, maybe. So here we go. Going into this area. Slurpee.
Entering vacuum.
Every time I hear that overhead voice, all I can think of is
Entering zero gravity.
the voiceover for the civil police in Half-Life. Civil protection, that's it.
Yeah, CP. Yeah. This is trippy. At least this is not as trippy as, you know, freaking, what is it called? Prey! The original Prey? And I'm not talking about like the new version of it that is an RPG kind of game. I'm talking about like the original Prey. Now, where am I supposed to be going? Over there. Right, just right over there. Or something.
Exiting zero gravity. Exiting vacuum.
That's loud. That's very
It's
loud.
intended, and they actually have an interesting history for that noise.
Oh, this is just great.
So hold up. You know that ungodly roar?
Yeah.
That noise was actually recorded from someone's car going through a tunnel on their way into work.
Huh.
They brought it up to the sound guys, and they gave them some equipment, and when they were going to work, that was the recording.
I feel sorry for the guys that are attached to the walls right now.
Yeah, those are proto-guardians. They're going to become those things that have the tentacles that whip out and slap your head off.
Yeah, so we're not gonna get close to them.
Well, these don't. Most of them are non-violent. Some will lash at you, but they don't want to.
Because they still have some brain capacity left.
Oh no, they have full.
Yeah.
They're full or most.
I think it's just most. Yeah, it's gooey. I like how he walks through this stuff. It's like, it's gooey. And then when he's walking normally, it's like, okay, we'll see. But when you walk through that stuff, it's like,
This is Temple.
Yeah, shut up. Oh, okay. Okay. Sir. I might as well. There we go. Where are those? I could sell those. Get some more cash on me. Yeah. For this kind of biogrowth to be happening, this has been like this for a while.
Corruption is a interesting thing. It's actually straight up called corruption.
I know. I like calling it
It's-
biogrowth because that's what corruption is. It is a biogrowth.
It originally bases off like little do-nothing cell material, like literally dead skin cells. Here's the thing. It's not controlled. Which might seem weird, but in one of the games you actually get to see that material attacking a necromorph and subsuming it, and also attacking people.
I can't believe that guy was still alive.
Well, not for much longer.
No, he's dead now. You know what else is funny about this stuff? This stuff has, you know, like you said, it attacks necromorphs and people. This stuff actually has its own hive mind. Because this is actually the beginnings of our favorite brother moons. Isn't that tasty?
No.
Alright, here we go. That guy's gonna get bigger later. I feel there's a boss fight coming. We're gonna come back in here after this thing happens, because I know something bad is about to happen. I could have sworn that there was more. Guess not. Alright. Get off, little leech. Okay. I didn't realize that this was going to be longer than what it was. I thought we were already done. I forgot that chapter 3 is one of the longer chapters. Ah, shit. Here we go. Come on, reload. Attacked the wrong dude, but whatever. Oh shit, here we go.
Another thing that always struck me as weird.
Huh.
Romans for being giant space brains that have necromancy powers out the ass.
Yeah.
They're not very smart.
Why do you say that?
Okay. This right here kicks off because they take the thing out, right?
Right.
It wants to do that whole thing of make us whole, which would spark a brother.
Another brother moon being made.
But here's the thing: they don't have the critical mass here to do it. They just don't.
No, they don't.
So doing it here would be kind of pointless. And it would just dead end.
Yeah.
Next.
Well, now hold on. I'm gonna let you finish there, but I'm gonna hit you with a counterpoint on that. All right, go ahead.
Next, it's all based around the marker. So, if Isaac doesn't get out and no one salvages anything from this place, it's just a dead end. So actually killing these people outright is actually a detriment to its greater plans. Like, horrifically so. Meanwhile, the people that would be useful to its overall plans tend to get the axe first. Meanwhile, it's supposed to be reading and beaming and using people's minds against them to do what it wants, but yet it can't get basic strategy down. It's not very smart.
Counterpoint. Actually, it's brilliant. Reason being is because it doesn't care how long it takes. It wins in the end every time. Maybe it's just doing it this way because he thinks it's fun. That would make it a lot more sadistic. Wouldn't it? If it wanted to do this in a quick and easy way, it would have. It doesn't. It wants to do this slow and horrifying because it's sadistic.
Ignition sequence initiated.
That is a function I had not contemplated.
That you didn't think it was sadistic?
No, I just thought it was monstrous and was appealing to the base underlying urge of wanting to hunt.
Well, no, Brother Moons are intelligent.
Yeah, so that doesn't mean it doesn't have an urge to hunt. Look how far along we've come, and we still have very basic urges.
I mean, albeit you are right, but Alright, anyways, you were saying I couldn't understand a damn thing you were saying because of all the screaming.
No, I just always thought they were driven by a base impulse to hunt, and that's why they did it this way. It's an efficient leap. Packs that will leap upon a singular target and set these ambushes and whatnot, because it has that part of its mind that just wants to hunt. How was it put in Jurassic Park? It doesn't want to be fed, it wants to hunt.
Yes. And the thing is that it gets through. This is basically the larval stage of a brother moon, and so it's going to have that
No,
basic.
it's not. What this is actually the Tau Volantis reaching through the marker.
Engines firing.
Cool. Now let's get the fuck out of here.
Because that's the fucked up thing. Remember, all these markers point back towards Tau Volantis.
It's working. We're online and functional. Finally, some good news. Get a tram to the bridge, Isaac. I'm gonna take us back into a geostation.
Wait, we're not safe yet. Ship's asteroid defense system is offline. On the way up, the ship's going to pass through a debris field thrown up from the planet crack. We'll be ripped to pieces unless you restart it.
God damn it. I'll start working on it from here. Isaac, meet me at the bridge. You can do more good here than I can.
When she brought up the turret defense, that was my same reaction. Was God damn it.
It was like, yeah, I mean, she makes sense. She makes sense on that one, no. Because she can't really do her job if she's dead. I mean, right? She can't betray us if she's dead, so. Okay. I can't tell what's real and what's fake anymore.
Isaac,
That's
where
fake.
Are you?
Shut up.
It's me, Nicole.
Get out of my head. You're not allowed to do that. I feel like I've... Ah, yeah. Here we are. Good, I didn't have to go back all the way. Okay. Okay, let's... Shut up. Leave me alone. Little bastards. That really bothers me, seeing the muscly tendrils popping out of their bodies when in the blood spraying like that sometimes. This is like, yeah, I get it, they're necromorphs, but dadgummit. I can now buy medium med packs. I could buy another power node. I think I'll do that before we continue on. And then probably grab some more plasma energy, because I am running a little low on that. And one of these. That should be... Yeah, that's looking pretty good. What do you think, nerd?
Yeah.
Alright.
So far, so good.
So before we go to the next chapter, we're gonna go ahead and save because I don't trust ship. We're gonna go down to the workbench that's down here and put in 2 more nodes into our upgrades. All right. So, we've already upgraded our rig once. We could throw 2 more into here just to get ourselves up to be able to get 1 more node to put into it for the next HP level up. we could put 2 nodes in here to upgrade our plasma cutter more, which, since this is the only weapon that we're going to be using, we need to upgrade this thing, like, religiously. Or we could put 2 nodes into our stasis module and finally get 1 upgrade. What do you think? I'm thinking stasis module. Stasis module. Alright, now the question is here on this one is like whether we're going to be taking energy or duration.
Duration buys you more breathing room than the energy will. The energy just gives you more targets that you can zap. Duration allows you to have more time to think.
I mean, yes, I understand that. I mean, that's one thing that I was thinking is going with the duration because of that. And so there we go. We're going to go ahead and head back up. We're going to start heading to the next chapter. Right. Did I just run past something? No. Where did its body go? I was just in the other room. Here, let's deal with this right quick, because that's better. His foot's still there. Alright, so here we are. We're going to go ahead and move on. We're going to save on this one. Course correction completed. I cannot imagine what it would be like doing freaking insanity on this. Alright. So we got a little bit of taste of what's going to be happening next.
Isaac, come in. Kendra's right. The ADS is completely shut. I'll need your help to fix this. Kendra, if you can hear me, see if you can get into the ship's reports. It sounds like you have better access from there.
When were you going to tell us about the artifact, Hammond? This marker?
I don't know anything about that. It's referenced in the captain's records. They brought it up from the planet.
It's on the ship?
In cargo. They think it's of alien origin, but I don't know what the hell it is.
Really? CEC didn't know anything about it. You're lying.
Back off! I am not the bad guy here. Ross shake you right now, you're gonna have to trust that I don't know anything about it. We've entered the debris field. Get to the captain's nest. I'll explain everything later. Hammer down.
Well, they seem cranky. Anyways, so we're going to call it there on that one. That was Chapter 3, Collision Course of Dead Space 1. Hard with plasma cutter only. So we're slowly making our way through. Like I said, this is going to be a long play, so we're going to be going through all 3 games. I haven't decided if I'm going to actually do the DLC to 3, though. Because that DLC just pisses me off.
It is so bad.
It's so bad! The community has said that the freaking Dead Space 3's DLC is not canon. We all live happily ever after the original Dead Space 3 happens. No DLC ever came out for it.
Actually, technically, 3 by itself is we don't live happily ever after. We die happily ever after.
Because we saved the universe. You should have just left Isaac dead. Let him die. Let him have his happy ever after on that one. He knew that he saved the world. Boom. Everything's great. But what do I know? I'm just a gamer that actually knows what he likes. But anyways, that's it for this one, citizens. I will see you on Sunday for Titan's Crab Bag. Not crab bag, grab bag. And thank you, Nerdian, for joining us tonight, our necromorph enthusiast.
Indeed.
Yes. So once again, what in the world just happened to my my camera just went weird. Okay. Don't matter. Either way. I will see you next time on this, and so I will have to fix that again. I don't know what happened to my camera, but either way. Oh yeah. So remember, Thursdays, 7 p.m. We're continuing Dead Space. Sundays at 6 p.m. We'll be doing Titan's Grab Bag. All right. That's it for tonight. Y'all have a good one now. Say bye, Nerdian.
Man.